I've got my top 10 relief pitchers to draft this season, and that list is coming up next on Beat the Odds. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Beat the Odds, your source for expert fantasy baseball insights all season long. Spring training is in full swing, and the 2025 fantasy baseball season is right around the corner, and I've got the top 10 relievers that you're going to want to target in your fantasy baseball drafts. If you're a fan of this type of content, I'd encourage you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell. Now let's jump right into this list here. At number 10, we have Tanner Scott. He's not going to be the exclusive closer for the Dodgers with Kirby Yates on the roster, but Scott's going to likely be the most effective. He does struggle with walking hitters, but he has an elite sinker that induces plenty of weak ground balls. In leagues that count holds, Scott should pick up a handful of those as well throughout the season. Let's go to number 9. We have Andres Munoz. Good luck hitting Munoz's slider this season. He kept opponents at bay with a measly 138 batting average against that pitch. Considering his other two pitches are an upper 90s fastball and a sinker that opponents hit 147 against, most hitters are going to have to pray for a loss of control in order to make it on base. Munoz, however, did happen to walk 11% of his opponents last year. Moving on to number 8, we have Felix Bautista. It's always difficult to predict the season for pitchers coming off of Tommy John surgery, but my rule of thumb is that if you can afford to stash him, then he's rosterable. I'd rather get 70% of innings from a pitcher with 100% stuff than 100% of innings from a pitcher with 70% stuff. If Bautista gets to 50 appearances this season, he's a top 5 closer, no doubt. Let's go to number 7. We have Ryan Helsley. Helsley's 90-mile-per-hour slider is his best pitch, and he throws it 48% of the time. It is a 33.5-inch horizontal drop, which makes it the perfect complement to his upper 90s fastball, and that was his strikeout pitch 73% of the time. The Cardinals were in a lot of close games last season, which ballooned Helsley's save total. 35 saves is a more likely figure to bank on heading into 2025. To number 6 we go. We have Raisel Iglesias. Now, time is not on Iglesias' side, but the 35-year-old has proven to be incredibly effective in his 10th season in the league. He tied his career high at 34 saves last season while posting a whip of .74, which was easily another career high. I normally don't advise investing a higher pick on an older vet, but Iglesias seems locked in to produce for at least another season. To number 5 we go. We have Mason Miller. Now, how good is Miller? Well, he grades within the top 1% in the following categories on StatCast: expected ERA, expected batting average, fastball velocity, whiff percentage, and strikeout percentage. On paper, he's the best closer in the league. In reality, he just needs more opportunities to close games to get that recognition. He's my not-so-dark horse to be the best reliever this year. Let's go to number 4. We have Edwin Diaz. Now, don't be scared about the mid-3s ERA. His expected ERA sat a full run lower than that. He'll regress towards that mark this season. As for his ability to strike out hitters, that never went away, despite the year that he took to recover from that gruesome knee injury he suffered at the World Baseball Classic. Look for another dominant season closing games for this exciting Mets squad from Diaz. Let's go to number 3. We have Devin Williams. After closing for the Brewers for 3 seasons, he took his talents to the Big Apple. Blessed with arguably the best changeup in the league coming out of the 3-quarter slot, Williams will be in line to rack up a bunch of saves for this loaded Yankee squad. Now, it seems as though the stress fractures in his back are in his distant past, and you can feel safe drafting him. Let's go to number 2. We have Josh Hader. For all intents and purposes, Hader is a 2-pitch pitcher. We all know how difficult it is for opponents to make contact with both his slider and his sinker. Like Edwin Diaz, Hader's expected ERA was a full run lower than the 3.80 ERA that he posted last year. I'm locking him in for a sub-3 ERA this season while challenging for the AL lead in saves and reliever strikeouts. And finally, at number 1, we have Emmanuel Clase. If it's not broke, keep running it out there. Although his electric 100-mile-per-hour cutter doesn't generate as much swing and miss as one might like, Clase seems content to let it result in a lot of weak ground balls. Hey, a save is a save, And Class A led the league with 47 of them last season, and his 157 total saves over the last 4 years are 21 more than the next in line. And that's going to do it here for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on the video, and of course subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I'm going to sign off for now, but I will catch you guys on the next episode.